What have you learned about him in this short period of time that he has seemingly taken Oregon to another level than it has been at in their first year in one of the biggest leagues, not the biggest league in college football?
So I'll give you two different perspectives on what I've learned about Dan. One from my personal experience, and then being able to talk to players and develop an idea of who Dan is and what he represents through the players' eyes. For me, nowadays, I think one of the hardest things to find in a coach is a man that is a man of his word to these young guys. There's so many guys that'll tell you, "Oh, I'm not looking elsewhere. I'm not looking to do this," and the next thing you know, they're signing another contract elsewhere. We lived it at Oregon. When that Alabama job became available, in my mind, I was always like, if an SEC job comes available, I think we'll find out about, Dan. And when he denied it, I immediately shot him a text. He stood on his square multiple times during that time. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. I'm like, okay, we've heard this. We've heard this. But for him to stand in that, I shot him a text and I told him, I said, one of the greatest things you could do for a young man is to be a man of your word and to stand tall on what you've said, and you've done that. So I can only imagine how those players feel about you. I said, I don't care what you do on the football field. I will always respect you for being a man of your word to those kids. Dan is one of a kind. And if I had any eligibility, any left, you could bet your butt that I'd be right there in Eugene, Oregon playing for Dan Lanning.